Hello and welcome to this week's Akashic Insights. We're looking at the week of September 26th through October the 2nd, 2022. Wow, we're moving into October. So exciting. We just passed the equinox. I'm using the Illuminating Journey Cards for this reading that I created with the guidance of the Akashic Records. I am Jen Duchenne, your host, jenduchenne.com and Akashic Swan Guidance. It's a lot of shifting energy, changing of how we focus and live within the structure of the world. So very exciting. So let's see what the cards have to say. First card, the 26th. So 26 Soul Portal, very interesting. This card has been showing up quite a bit lately. It showed up last week in the reading. And as I look at it, I'm struck by this idea of it being kind of an energy where we're pulled into nakedness, into an idea of being vulnerable about who we are and gazing kind of in wonderment, but also in a little bit of uncertainty. And so there's like two windows here that are calling and catching my attention, in the sense of this idea of I'm here, I'm willing to go forward, but there's a youthfulness about this card in this particular reading that is very playful, exciting, and, like I said, a little bit uncertain, as if we're still in that phase of going, okay, is it okay if I go forward? Can I do this thing I want to do? Can I be who I am? So definitely a fascinating aspect that is, it's like when I look at the Golden Palace, it's like it is moving away from where it's been moored, and it is moving into a new place, a new area in the way we live. Because, of course, when we have a certain belief, as we have had for thousands of years, we are moored, rooted into a certain thing. And now that the palace moves to a new place, this is so interesting. Lower hand, it's just doing this thing by itself now. It just, hand goes up. Anyway, it's just moving into a new place. It's this Golden Palace, the essence of our soul, where we live, is on its way. It's kind of like, yeah, you're on board in this new way, so we are moving. We are going away from the old kind of roots. We're finding a new place to root into, which feels very powerful and very expansive. There's a delightful, delicious energy with that. Card 2. So this was a 26 soul portal, and here we have the 32. And what strikes me here, there's a little bit of the gold in here, there's some of the blues. It's a much cooler card, and it's also a card of healing. So when I think about this message, that we are moving out of a certain way of being, and so with that sense of youthfulness, that sense of uncertainty, there is a call to feel the healing. There's been a lot of focus on the idea that there's something wrong with me, I need to heal, and moving into this acceptance of being healed, or being at this place. I'm new, I'm reborn, I don't need to revisit old things. I need to know my faith, my truth, my alignment in a new way. So feels very cool, the sense like this energy coming in that is cooling us down, so we're not so overheated and so excited, but we're truly just coming to that place of, oh, I'm in this place. I feel connected, not only to this joyful part of myself that is now moving because we unrooted from the old, but also the potential of diving into a deeper knowing of myself. And then the third and final card, the 22. So we went 26, 32, and now 22. So 8, 5, and 4. 22 is such a powerful card. Reminder that we're in the 22, year 2022. And this card speaks to the energy that is required when we are going beyond where we've been. It's like, here's the fence. Like, you can't go any further, because if you go out there in the wild, you won't fit in to the world that we've established. You will be stranded, you'll be alone. That's kind of been the picture that's been painted to us over and over again over the centuries, that in order to be part of the group, we have to stay on this side of the fence and just follow all the rules. Otherwise, we are abandoned, we are alone. And yet, here's a different construct, a different way of seeing this green world, this lusciousness, this expanding into our light, into our dreams, into what is true. The green reminding me again, the youthful exuberance, the ability to truly follow our soul and take the path of where we're being called. And echoing, it feels like this card now is echoing these two, which is the youthfulness of who we are and the essence of our soul coming together and walking the path of faith. And I want to emphasize that faith is not religion. Some people have a religious focus as their faith, but the idea of faith itself is trusting in a certain energy, a higher energy, something more than is tangible, and that's faith. Knowing, trusting, believing, holding the light. And this card calls us to that light, to the energy of who we are, to the passion of our being here. I'm ready to, climb these verdant hills, to be pulled into the heart, to feel my soul come alive, to feel the energy kind of expanding me. That's the reading for this week. And I'm Jen Duchenne of jenduchenne.com, Akashic Swan Guidance. And I look forward to seeing you soon.